crash in the two middle lanes. That's got traffic backed up from Bob Hope Drive. Probably costing you about 45 minutes.
Experience adventure of Pop Managerial Family. Ride the world's largest rotating tram car. Full of 16 open scenic trails through pristine wilderness. Hang at 8,500 feet with awe-inspiring views. And get that perfect souvenir. Adventure at its peak. Learn more at pstrailmail.com.
Yo, what up? What up? Let's get that city roll call. Where's everybody from?
At 323-577-5562. Exquisite Family Mortuary is located nearby in Inglewood, California. Exquisite Family Mortuary, where your loved one becomes our loved one.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story. So she's driving me insane, just 'cause heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, and I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light. See the light. This produces a division between black men and black women that is going to contribute significantly to, if you want to call it, genocide of black people. In other words, if you heighten the alienation between black men and black women, harder to organize.
right, it will. In other words, we talk about unity at a political organization level as being one kind of unity, but there is another kind of unity that is much more fundamental, and that is the unity within the family unit itself. And we have been denied the opportunity to really have functioning family unit.
Man, when was the last time you heard the voice of the elder? Our beloved Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. So when I say something similar, and I got it from her, relationship is at the core. It's at the core. Relationship is, I say it all the time, it's a dojo. It's a classroom, it's a masjid, it's a temple, it's a menzil-rab. It's a place, it's a puja room. It's a place where we go to reconcile the truth about who we are. We've been misinformed, we've been hoodwinked, we've been bamboozled, right? To believe that it is the perfect escape, that if we allow the scarcity within us to speak using the terminology of manifestation, that scarcity can manifest fullness. And unfortunately, it can't. Scarcity can only manifest more scarcity. Just because you say, just because you call it manifestation, doesn't mean it's not coming from a space of hunger. Do you see? Everywhere on TikTok, let me show you how to manifest. And they're blowing up, right? Manifestation is a byproduct of needs. We talked about needs yesterday. Why would you want to manifest if you're at a certain level of consciousness that brings on contentment? If you're constantly being chewed out from the inside out, unfulfilled needs, by unfulfilled needs, do you see how the manifestation industry can just take off based on your inner loneliness, your desire to have something more or have something different? Spiritually thirsty, that's a good term, Attila. So here we are today. Why am I playing that beautiful clip of Dr. Francis Cress Welsing? Because it's important. I have a topic today, and it might be a little triggering. It might be a little jarring, but so what? I cannot stomach living in a world where there's so much love bashing, fear of love, avoidant of intimacy. Just, I don't want it. I don't want to feel. Love is not real. Where the money at? I don't want to talk about love. I want to talk about money. If we talking about money, you got my attention. Does this sound familiar? Love is a waste of time. Love has to fit into a box. Love has to fit into a box that was designed by your emptiness. That was designed by the unhealed wounds you refuse to address. Right? So your relationships become an extension of escapism. You avoid yourself and you escape your partner because you don't want to see that reflection of you, the self-awareness reflection that comes from them. You really only want to use them to help you further escape. But you won't call yourself a user. Robert Greene, author of the 48 Laws of Power, says no one is authentic. Everybody has been conditioned from childhood to perform, to put on a mask in order to get what they want. Because being authentic may not be accepted by the masses of masks. Do you see? And to get to a space of authenticity, there's a great deal of fear. There's a great deal of sorrow and pain that you have to wade through. So back to Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. She said, yes, social and political unity is one thing, but there is a fundamental thing that's more important. She talked about the family. Oh, the family. The family is a mold for community. If the family is misaligned, the community will be misaligned. Do you see? Why is this important tonight, Zoe? Tonight's topic. Get to your phone lines because I want to talk to you about it. Listen, this is my everyday thing. I'm talking to folk. How you have the attached book. There's a book out there called Attached. You're a millennial. You got the attached book. You read it. You understand attachment theory. But yet you still fighting to do the work? You're fighting against doing the work? I'm literally recapping a conversation. Oh, that's a great book. Yes, but have you applied it? You understand the terminology. You know what anxious preoccupied is, dismissive avoidant, fearful avoidant, securely attached. What are you? Do you see? Do you see? Relationship. That is the greatest scholarly undertaking one can embark upon. But because it deals with the parts of you that are not respected by you, that are not approved of by you, that are not accepted and nurtured by you, you'd rather just use the terminology. Do you understand? It's not black love, because everybody wants to put it out there. It's black love, black love. Oh, memes of black love. Oh, black love, love, black love. It's not black love if you're not healed. If you haven't started the journey, if you haven't really done it. And I'm not talking about superficial stretching. I'm talking about real, deep, right? Right, deep, dark side, Darth Vader deep, right? Excavation of your soul. If you haven't done it, it's attachment. It's not black love, it's black attachment and stimulation. Let me take a picture of my plate at this restaurant. Let me take a picture of the beach. The beach is more serene than your soul. The beach is what it is. You're not, you're a mask. I'm sorry. A deeper look at attachment versus connection. If we're insecurely attached, can we really connect? I just think it's important for us to talk about the trauma of whiteness, unraveling the psychological impact on interracial relations. Here's the philosophical insight. The social construct of whiteness perpetuates norms that dictate what is considered normal in relationships, often marginalizing other cultures. Here's your psychological insight. Studies show that individuals in interracial relationships may experience identity confusion and anxiety based on societal pressures and stereotypes. Here's your metaphysical insight. The idea of interconnectedness suggests that racial trauma affects the collective consciousness, impacting how individuals relate to one another across racial lines. Your clinical and empirical insight. Research indicates that experiences of racial microaggressions in interracial relationships can lead to increased relational stress and lower satisfaction rates. You mean to tell me racial microaggressions happen within interracial relationships? You better believe it. 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. Let's talk about it. What about the intersectionality? What about intersectionality as pathology? How social identity construct shapes attachment styles. Intersectionality posits that individuals cannot be understood solely through one social identity. Instead, their experiences are shaped by multiple intertwining identities. Attachment theory suggests that people with multiple marginalized identities may develop complex attachment styles that can affect their relationship dynamics. The concept of unity in diversity emphasizes that embracing multiple identities can lead to greater interpersonal connection and understanding when approached holistically. But what about when approached socially? Research also shows that individuals facing intersectional discrimination exhibit higher rates of anxiety and depression, which can adversely impact their relationship stability. How are we going to learn how to decolonize the mind? Right? Should we learn how to decolonize the mind if we are in pursuit of unconditional love? Or is unconditional love as real as Tinkerbell, Peter Pan, something that should be considered a waste of time? This is why I said it's not black love. It's black attachment and stimulation. Do you see? I'm attached to the perceived resources I believe you bring to me. Right? And as long as I'm getting those resources, I am stimulated. The role of historical trauma in contemporary relationships. Decolonization challenges the dominant narratives that have historically oppressed, marginalized communities, advocating for a reclamation of identity. Historical trauma can lead to maladaptive coping mechanisms in intimate relationships, where individuals may struggle to trust or open up emotionally. The idea of ancestral connection suggests that unresolved historical trauma can hinder spiritual and relational growth in contemporary relationships. Studies also indicate that individuals who are aware of their historical trauma may have a stronger motivation for healing, which can lead to healthier relationship approaches. Call in and be honest. Are you attached or are you in love? It's not black love, it's black attachment and stimulation. Do you know your attachment style? Do you know what concomitant attachment wounds come with it? Do you know how those wounds dictate from the background who you choose, why you're attracted, and how you behave and how you react? Do you know? It's not black love yet. It can be. The question is, do you want it to be? When we come forward, the voice of reason shall keep cooking. Yo, we on. Let's get it. We on. Let's get it. Are we on? What up, y'all? Hey, everybody hit that like button, please. Listen, it's 71 people in here. Can we get 71 likes? It's only 28 likes. Let's get your roll call going. Let's get the roll call going. Thank you. And I appreciate all my moderators for stopping the bullshit up front. Miss JB in the house. I appreciate y'all. Hit that like button. 69 folks, only 32 likes. Let's go. The like is free. If you're in, hey, Smitty, 238, 9 Smith. Hey, you're the first person to hit my super chat. And when I tell you, man, I appreciate the super chat. I appreciate people going to my Cash App. I appreciate it. Okay? Miss JB, Twos and fews coming in. Miss JB and Miss JB gonna be at the relationship roundtable. Thank you, Miss JB. Everybody hit the like button for everybody that hits that super chat or my Cash App. Moderators, please put my Cash App and super chat in there. But let me tell you, that thing is gonna be so lit. That thing is gonna be so lit. And listen, when I tell y'all, I'm talking to all the prayer warriors in here. When I tell y'all the evil eye be on me, it do. Keep your prayers high for your brother. That's all I got to say. All right? That's all I got to say. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580. Here we go. Playlist.
Able to affirm yourself internally. Needing other people to affirm you makes you too vulnerable and dependent on others for validation. Other people have their own needs, and they can't always lift you up and rescue you from your negative thoughts about yourself. This is not to say that external validation isn't good. Compliments and recognition are great, and they feel great, but they can't be required for you to feel whole and complete.
Man, Dr. Tracy is never playing games with you. Listen, if any of this stuff is still a vestige in your relationship, if it's still dangling in your relationship where you need validation, where you need approval, you're not in love, you're attached. I'm here to challenge it. We live in a society that has reframed attachment as love. And considering out of the 4 attachment styles, 3 of them are insecure, I would wager, even though the statistics say something different, I would wager that the majority of people you meet, because most people are works in progress and even the securely attached people aren't perfect, right? And can be pulled insecure. I would wager, right, that most of the people you meet are insecurely attached. How do you know if you're seeking resonance or pining for validation? What determines your level of wounding? 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. I want to talk to you. Does recognition of unity or oneness beget detachment from ego? In the spiritual sense, what do you mean the spiritual sense? Right? You have relationships, if we want to get theological, if we want to get theological, you have religions that are practice based, and then you have religions that are being based. Meaning you got to do the work to ascend to the source of all that is, a state of ascension, raising to the highest level of consciousness to where you become one with God, where there's no demarcation between you and God. Those are being based spiritual practices, whereas there are some different kind of spiritual practice, and I'm not here to besmirch them. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to judge them, which is why I'm not going to label them. I'm not labeling the quote unquote higher or the lower. But let me give you an example of Buddhism. Buddhism illustrates this when they say Hinayana. They have an inner circle and an outer circle of practitioners. The outer circle is kind of like Buddhism for the layman. Then they have an inner circle where you have the monastic Buddhists that are really trying to get out of their body when they want to. That's a different level of practice. You understand? All I'm saying is, in relationships, if we are just seeking to quiet the wound, we will never experience peace. The doorway to peace is through the wound. This is why I'm asking you, are you attached or are you truly in love? See, when you're in love, there's no need for more. I don't need any more. Contentment automatically flows through. There are no needs when you're in unconditional love. Do you understand? I know you, I'm trying to put it into terms. There's no more wanting. There's no more management. A relationship in and of itself right now is about management. Huh? You in a relationship trying to manifest a different experience. That's discontentment. I know you don't want to hear it. When we come forward, you think the voice of reason is done? Wrong. Hey, we good tonight. Everybody hit that like button. Hey, are y'all having what's going on? Are y'all having an issue with trolls? Do we have a lot of trolls today? What up, DT? Now listen, I don't want to preach all night. I want y'all to call me. Woo, there you go, Miss B. She said transcends the laws of polarity. Hey, let's get a city roll call. What cities are in here? I need to hear from y'all. Let's discuss tonight's topic. Let's cook with the rarest of grease. Hit that like button. 45 likes, 72 people. LA is in the building. What up, La Lazy? How come these phone lines aren't ringing? Y'all got to get it going. Squad in here with Gems, Alabama. Vega 9. I can respect it. I want to talk to some people. You guys want to talk to me? Let's talk. Let's talk. Listen, ask Attila. The best, what up, Moscow Mules? Let me just say this. The best insight from me comes from discussion. Ask Attila. She'll tell you. Sometimes I be talking so fast, I'll be like, hold on. What up, though? Oh, it's Maxine, LOL Jim's friend. What up, Maxine? I'm saying when you talk to me, that's when the insight comes out. Talking to me does that. Oh, no question. You more than that. Keep those likes coming in. We appreciate it. Hit the like button. It's free. That's why I said she more than a student. It definitely makes a great teacher. Hey, what up, Colin Smith? I was about to but thank you, Nzinga. Y'all like what was the female soldiers in what were they called in Wakanda for Black Panther? Suge Mac, 5'10", Mac. We appreciate it. What was the sisters with the bald heads? Cause they killed for the king. What are they called in Zynga? They saying the homies, the Dora Malache or something like that. What were they called? No, they didn't give me no time to go off. They just said, "Boop, you talk crazy, bop." I appreciate all my moderators for chopping them up. Whoop, tapped in up in here. Yeah, with the staffs. You are not worthy to be king. Let's go. Here we come. I think, no, we got 2 more minutes. Dora Malaje, that's them. Hey, they weren't playing at all. Abandoned ones, wow. Or adored ones, which one? You ain't watched Black Panther? Everybody watched Black Panther with Chadwick. Was thinking of the Woman King movie. My bad. Nah, you good. The Adored Ones. That's dope. Dora Milaje. Hey, those likes is getting up. Only 19 people left to like. No, I haven't watched Woman King either. Here we come. Yes, I did, Brandon. Mm-hmm.
one is the eternal tension between hubris and mimesis. That is to say, when we are emerging as a self, as a personality, we're emerging out of this incredibly energy-filled matrix. And if you look at my Facing the Dragon book, I talk about this a lot in there. You're really coming out of a cauldron of these God energies, dragon energies. The child is really loaded with archetypal energy. And as you're emerging, the trick is, of course, to not lose touch with all that juice. Because if you lose touch with the juice, then you will have a kind of a chronic depression. And there are a lot of people who lose touch with the juice that just die. So, but you got to remember, you're emerging out of a merger with all this dragon energy. And hubris, that is the insight that the Greeks had, that when you are engaging in pride, and the important thing here to understand is that the most dangerous grandiosity is not when you are aware you're grandiose. Almost all of the really destructive, grandiose possession states are unconscious. So that's what we know. We like to think that those narcissistic personalities are aware of how arrogant they are. But the truth is they're not really aware. And so what we've got here is this young, radiant young guy, and he is in touch with all this archetypal masculine juice, and it has blown him up. He's been riding on this. And a lot of the time when you're riding on this archetypal golden juice, you really think that's your true self. When in fact, you're just inflated. You've not really constructed an actual true self yet. You've not been able to develop it and build it and shape it and sculpt it yet. You haven't sculpted your authentic true self yet. So one thing that's going on here is if he's going to actually become a transformed, mature man, he's going to have an encounter with the grandiose energies in his shadow. And I've spent a lot of time recently trying to show how grandiose energies come in each of these quadrants. It's not just the royal guy that's all blown up that's grandiose. You can be grandiose in the magician. You can be grandiose in the lover. You can be grandiose in the warrior. So it's inevitable if you're going to individuate and be transformed into an optimal male self that you're going to have to encounter your grandiosity, and it never feels good when you begin to have awareness or somebody points out to you where you have really been inflated. Jung, and this is something we should keep in mind today and tonight. I mean, Jung pointed out any time that you really are doing shadow work, we throw the word shadow work around a lot in men's work, but when you're really encountering your shadow, you are going to feel some revulsion.
Man, listen, whoever this dude is, who is that? I'm hearing it. Robert Moore. I'm hearing it when you hear. That man is cooking with the rarest grease. Let me tell you something. He basically said, you're not an adult until you get humbled by your shadow. That's when it starts. That's when the grow up, blow up starts for you. What he described, Big Mama would say a little different. She said, oh, you smelling yourself now. Huh? You think that's what that grandiosity he was talking about. That young, don't really know, haven't really developed, too big for your britches. Now what happens, ladies, when you attract him? You think it's just him you've attracted, right? You think, oh, he just like me because I'm cute and I'm sweet, and no. You've attracted a soulmate, right? For the wounds you've neglected. You haven't been humbled yet either. Bidirectional humbling, right? It's not black love. It's black attachment and stimulation. A deeper look at attachment versus connection. In this complex world of dating and marriage and cohabitating and you know this mosaic, if you will, of human relationships, the distinction between attachment and connection often gets blurred. It leads us to profound misunderstandings of love itself. Hell, we live in a world right now say it ain't even real. Tonight's show, what we on tonight, right? We're going to try to explore the intricate dynamics of intrapersonal and interpersonal relationships, and we will challenge the conventional wisdom surrounding these concepts. At the heart of this exploration lies the provocative question: if we are insecurely attached, can we genuinely connect? And I'm here to say no, because attachment needs supply. And if the person is performing supply, they get further with us because the lie works. Listen, the performative lie works better than the self-authentic truth. Because if you told the self-authentic truth, that person would be able to ascertain you are not a source of supply for these unhealed wounds. Let me go on to the next person that I can finagle it out of. Do you understand? When we come forward. It's not even over yet. I get the callers are coming. It's not even over yet. I'm going to keep cooking.
KBLA's Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, and the alpha male of comedy, Ray Grady. We're going to transform relationship disasters into stand-up material live at Inglewood's Miracle Theater on May 31st at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My clinical team will disclose all of your dating roles, while the alpha male of comedy, Ray Grady, has hand-selected supremely talented comedians to roast.
You heard that, right, JB?
Relationship choices. I dare you to bring your ex's phone.
What up, Latoria?
Ray, he's going to text it live, and the crowd will be sourcing emojis. Tickets are moving swiftly, so don't hesitate to grab yours at themiracleinglewood.com before I diagnose your dating history as a pre-existing condition. Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted.
Don Freeman, what up? What up? Everybody hit that like button when you come in here. Like it up. Zoe, you're cooking tonight. Thank you. Guns and butter, baby. Ain't that part of our government structure? Guns and butter. Davey Lee, what up? Guns and butter. The good, man. The supply was on point. Hit that like button. We almost there. We got 71 people in here and 63 likes. Let's keep it going. And listen, don't be afraid to hit the little $sign down at the bottom of the chat. Every YouTuber asks you to do it. Every content creator asks you to do it. Please show your love. Drop twos and fews on my super chat, or you can send it directly. We in the land of confusion. Yes, we are. Or you can send it directly to my Cash App. My Cash App is $ZoWhatNetter. Hey, moderators, can you guys spam it with the instructions? Spam the chat and let them know how they can support. That's it. Attached seeks supply. Boom. The performative lie. Y'all like, what? I don't wanna be patient.
We are very circumscribed, limited. Our brains have been so programmed and conditioned, so limited, that most of us are unaware of this. We are conditioned linguistically, whether we are or not. That's a very serious subject into which we'll go into if we have time. We are conditioned, shaped, molded by the environment, by tradition, by religion, by the solitude of our own illusions, our own imaginations, the solitude of our own aspirations, circumscribed, limited. So our brain, not the speaker is an expert at it, but having listened to great many people talk about the brain, specialists and others, one perceives that through this long process of evolution, our brains are very, very limited. Apparently, only a very small part of it act or think or live. The rest is in abeyance. That's what some of the specialists who have studied the quality of the brain and the workings of the brain have said.
Somebody get my brother Krishnamurti a cough drop. Sound like he had a cold. That was young Krishnamurti with a flu. But it's okay. He still dropped jewels. Where there is attachment, there is yearning, there is seeking. Do you understand? When you seek something, right? Whatever it may be, once you get it, you don't want it to run out. You seek wealth, you want to keep wealth. You seek love, you want to keep love. So listen how I'm framing it. This, in fact, is supply. You need an endless supply of something in order to relax. Otherwise, you're tense. When you find the love of your life, you hold on until you break their spirit and they leave. Many people do that, right? In attachment theory, anxious, preoccupied. Oh my God, if I do the right things, if I tap dance, if I perform, if I overperform, if I overachieve in this relationship, they won't leave. Wrong. Wrong. Why? Because the attachment preoccupied usually is attracted to the avoidant. The avoidant internally wants it, but when it comes, they pull back. Do you see? Relationship is designed to reveal these aspects within ourselves. Where there is attachment, there will be the search for supply. That's what manifestation has become in the TikTok world. I'm gonna manifest a better house. I'm gonna manifest a better car. I'm gonna manifest a trip. I'm gonna manifest a man. Listen, why don't you manifest an internal confrontation so you can stop being performative? As I mentioned earlier, which Robert Greene, the author of 48 Laws of Power, said everybody is not authentic. He said, as a matter of fact, it's a lie. Being authentic, it's a lie. So you've been conditioned since you was a child to put on a show. Men, tell the truth. Call in, tell the truth. Men, I'll call you to the floor right now. I'm with you. We perform. Come on. It's a performative lie. Because deep down inside, do we really want to do it? No, but we heard it works. What works? Act right. Just act right for a little while. The nicer you are, the cooler you are, the vibier you are, the further you go. I'm not really like that, though, because once I score, and if it isn't up to a particular thing that I like, that I'm on, can we be honest, men? It's not black love. It's black attachment and stimulation. The stimulant part is the supply. And the supply got to keep coming. Imagine you doing everything you had to do, doing everything you're supposed to do, get the girl you want and then cheat on her. I've been there, have you? Huh? Listen, and we're going to tell the truth? Do it in reverse. You followed all the rules. You did everything you were supposed to do, sister. You get the man. And next thing you know, you're underwhelmed with his spirit. You done went all this way and now you're underwhelmed. Tell the truth, ladies. They always say women are not accountable. Be honest. You know what? I'm tired of these type of men. I'm tired of you get the type of man you want. And then you find out you're underwhelmed with his spirit. You're underwhelmed with his presence. Oh, yeah, he take care of everything. He got my back. Oh, yeah, everything is all good. Y'all gonna tell the truth tonight? Attachment theory posits that our relational behaviors trace back to formative experiences, creating adaptive strategies for survival. You've always been in survival mode, so you can never be in love. Yet these strategies, deeply embedded in our psyche, often morph into maladaptive patterns that hinder authentic connection. As David Deida suggests, author of The Way of the Superior Man, true intimacy requires us to peel away layers of conditioning, revealing the essence of our being. You don't like looking at your naked body in the mirror, let alone your naked spirit. Oh my God. Without this excavation, individuals are left chasing validation, supply, seeking romance, seeking resonance, instead of true connection, right? Thus arises a crucial inquiry. How do we differentiate between our innate need for connection and our conditioned responses shaped by past wounds? The wound is your guide. Do you understand? You're not supposed to let the wound guide you. A wound is not a shepherd. A wound is a storehouse of information. Spiritual information. You go into the wound to extrapolate the spiritual knowledge of who you are. But it is not to be your shepherd. Do you understand? The notion of unity and oneness emerges as a double-edged sword. While recognizing our interconnectedness can breed detachment from the ego, this same recognition may become stunted by the structures of fear that govern our psyches. As Krishnamurti wisely states, it is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. Here, fear and ego, what I call figo, may entrap us within the comfort of familiar dysfunction, preventing us from breaking free of the cycles of attachment that inhibit our deeper relational experiences. You understand? Do you understand? Is being set apart or chosen an illusion of grandeur that ultimately seeks to elevate one's wounds rather than heal them? Listen, I'm telling you, you're not in love, you're attached. It was the great Buddha who said attachment leads to suffering. So much suffering in our intimate relationships today, and you want to know why you're not in love. You want to say love don't exist, love don't pay the bills. Yes, you live in a capitalist society and they won't pay the bills, but you got to pay spirit bills too, and they're in arrears. Good night. No, you guys give me the feedback. It's a lot of people in here, yo. And I need y'all to step up. We got some callers. I'm going to go to the callers. But I need y'all to step up. Hit that like button. Ninja, you cooking. Y'all got to tell me what y'all think. I need y'all feedback. Like I said, I don't want to make this all about, my talking points and what I want to cover. I want it to happen organically. So you got to get on the phone. And don't be afraid to hit the super chat. It's down at the bottom. We got a couple of super chats. We got 3 super chats. Please, please, please. I saw you. Hey, Miss JB, I already know you on deck. You already one of the first people. No, I want y'all to talk to me, Miss JB. Y'all love talking to each other. This chat fun as hell. This is one of the funnest chats on YouTube. Can we be honest? This is a fun-ass chat. Legacy spirit debt. Really? Yep. That first hour got law and ordered. What does that mean? Anxious, preoccupied, is attracted to an avoidant person. You got to call in. I would love to explain that to you, Latoria. Call in. I'll tell you all about it. Good cook, Zoe.
If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love...
What up, Miami, Liberty City?
Bedroom turn-off. Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
Nah, fuck all that.
It's a very heated topic.
Oops, pardon me.
Daddies, maybe.
No profanity on the air. When you get on the phone, no profanity.
Betrayal has been committed. Hit you with a bad vibes routine. How does he maintain his humposity? Why can't you open up, brother?
You ain't gonna catch me slipping. I ain't gonna never slip again. Fuck all that. I mean, my bad.
The voice of reason.
See, I generated a child so perfect because you can demand that they act like a manifester. Isn't that insane? See, these parents get a generated child, and they say, "Oh, look, a little manifester." I mean, really? That child is going to hear nothing but
do this, do that, be this, be that, go here, go there, do this, do that. And the little generator is learning how to manifest. You know, natural frustration from the start. Because the parents know that it's really not deep inside, not awareness. But you see, they start the conditioning process. The moment the manifester comes, the parents say, look, we need chains, handcuffs, door locks. You know, the manifester child with an open G. You know, you see them when they're 3 years old with a harness on, and they're wired up to the clothesline in the backyard so they can't disappear. Because you know damn well with an open G that if they go off somewhere, they're never coming back. And nothing will stop them. Manifestor children are the only babies that are ever on leashes. Well, it's true, people walk around with the manifestor babies on a leash. Don't want them to get away from us.
Yo, listen, the voice of reason. I'm going to bring you voices from all over the world that I've never heard. I'm hearing that guy's voice for the first time, just like you. Ra'uruhu got you. But I do know what he's talking about. He's talking about an astrological, numerological, new technology basically called human design, where people are generators, manifesting generators, manifestors. I'm a manifesting generator on the 3-5 line. So I understand what he's saying. I get it. I don't like that I'm on the 3-5 line, but I get it. You guys should look up your human design. It's very interesting. And it ties into what we're talking about tonight. The only way to go into a relationship clean is to start the healing process. Healing is not complex. Healing is about non-judgmental observation. You go look for the shadow. You engage the shadow, right? You empathize with your shadow. You don't judge it. You don't condemn it. You don't label it. Krishnamurti called that choiceless awareness, right? But you were taught to be afraid of the dark. You don't understand that the answers to you are in the dark. Do you understand? That's the only way you're going to take your inverted relationship approach and realign it. You go into the relationship looking for self. How am I going to show up? Who am I today? What triggers will be triggered today? How will I respond? Will I respond or will I react? If I'm triggered to such a degree, I may react from my limbic system, from my old reptilian brain. The limbic system might hijack my frontal lobe, but if I'm conscious and aware and I want to stay conscious and aware, maybe I can build up this muscle so I can stay in my frontal lobe, which is my reasoning space. That's what relationship, this is how you uncover yourself. It is the university of self-knowledge. Anything you discover about yourself, you are to embrace with love. That's what individuation is. You're merging the shadow with the mask, the unconscious with the conscious. If you don't do that, you're attached. Wherever there's attachment, there's a desire. Wherever there's desire, there is seeking. Do you see? They say, what's wrong with desire and seeking? It means you don't have it. But that's an illusion because you were born with it. You just don't know how to unlock it. So instead of seeking outwardly, you're supposed to be seeking inwardly. We got callers on the line. I'm going to stop pontificating. Callers from all over the country, of course. Let's get him in here ASAP. Long time caller. Haven't heard him in a while. Good to hear him back. Bowman, Grand Prairie, Texas. What up, Bowman? What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
You know, Zoe, what's interesting to me, people who are connected usually have a strong sense of self, but those who are attached tend to have something lacking, missing. So they depend on others for whatever else. They have no strong sense of self.
When you say,
It's always something
wait,
lacking.
hold on. When you say strong sense of self, remember, people who look like they have the strongest sense of self may often be labeled as narcissists, who in fact do not have a strong sense of self. They've just put in a lot of effort to look like they do. It's grandiose, manufactured confidence, but it's confidence in the sense of con man, the confidence man. Do you see? It's not real. It's not substantive. So I hear what you're trying to say, but what I'm saying is oftentimes you can be fooled by a person who is performing confidence, who is performing a strong sense of self. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But the reason why they perform is because they have to be able to get whatever out of that person.
That's manipulation. We're not talking about those people. If you're talking about an authentically confident person, an authentically confident person, just like a secure person, would understand the limitations, their limitations, would understand I'm not right about everything, would understand I don't have the answers, would be able to allow others to contribute as well, right? That's secure confidence. Insecure confidence has to take the lead. There's no other position. Do you see?
But with that attachment comes fear, though.
What do you mean?
People who are attached can easily they tend to want to follow a crowd because they feel they don't want to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
They need to be a part of something.
Mm-hmm.
See, when somebody's connected, there's a constant thing that happens. But a person who's attached can feel disconnected, and they need that continuous source of stimulation in order to feel like they're a part of something.
Brother Bowman, you know I love your calls, man, because you get me in my bag. I'm listening to what you're saying, but the opposite can be true of the anxiously attached person too, because they can be aware of that anxiety and not want to engage and choose the opposite and isolate. They can do that too. It's not.
That's what I was going to say. That's how they recover, is isolation.
Say again?
That's how they recover, is through isolation.
No, well, no. I think you're skipping past what I'm saying just to make your point. And I want you to engage with me like we're having a real conversation. What I'm saying is, they don't always choose to chase until they're tired. Sometimes they just choose not to chase. The anxious person, of course, we're talking about. You have to factor in that there's a different type of anxiously attached person that isn't always trying to follow, be a part of. Sometimes they understand where that's going to lead, and they might become more anxious than they would like to be. And oftentimes they opt out of that. It's not just, well, I'm going to follow until I get tired. You understand?
What if they are an anxious person? Maybe they're a person who just gets tired of failing, and they get tired of doing the dance.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying, Bowman, you got to speak in generalities. You're speaking in too many absolutes. Like, anxious people do this. We got to go back to E prime. It's more, they tend to do this. They might do this. Some will do this, but not all. Do you understand? That's what I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to get you to frame it that way. Does that make sense?
Let me say something. Let me say something.
I'm with you, brother. Come on.
Some will tend to, that's just men, let's just say some of us men, when you get tired of the rigmarole, and you get tired of the being used, and the clown dance, doing the dance, performing, and being used that energy, you tend to tap out. You tend to I give up.
Well, that's an intimate, that's
result of success.
You want to have a real conversation? That's an intimate quitter, because you went into class with the wrong agenda. You went into the classroom looking for a girl to satiate your wound's needs. But if you'd have went into the class looking for how you have wounds and how they might show up, then you could have got something out of it. See, listen, I'm talking to you like I'm your big brother because I love you. We got to stop looking for women to complete us, to compliment us, to give us everything we never got. That's not their job. A woman will love on you when she sees you loving on you. That's real confidence for her. A woman will love on you when you put yourself first in your spiritual development. The moment you neglect you for her, there's no more respect. I promise you.
I get what you're saying.
You've been performing. Stop with the performing, Bowman. Look, can we be honest? Have you been performing?
Of course.
Yeah, stop it. Stop it. Get somewhere where you can get comfortable with the reality of Bowman. Whatever that is, good, bad, or indifferent. See, you don't have the capacity to deal with them no more because you feel like they're cheating in a game that your ass is playing. Stop playing the game. Get in and be the real dude at some point, right?
I'm always gonna be real.
Not if you have an agenda to get something out of her. You're in pursuit of supply. Be honest.
Because you know me, I understand my nature, so I'm always gonna. The ultimate thing for me is.
What I'm not gonna let you do is justify it by trying to say it's natural. That's what you did. It's in my nature. What is your nature, Bowman? To knock down as many as you can get? What is it? What?
No, to reproduce, but to cultivate that thing that I help to reproduce.
Hey, man, I don't know if anybody told you, but this sounds like Darwinism. My nature is to reproduce. Do you know we're the highest species supposedly on planet Earth? That's why we're running it. We don't behave like gorillas. Although there's less than 2% of genetic differentiation between us and a gorilla, we are not a gorilla. Do you understand? We run the planet. We have a higher conscious. If you look at our brain, we are self-aware. We're not, come on, man. We're not reduced down to, I'm just here to have babies. If that's the case, I would have died 28 years ago. I had mine, it's over. My purpose is fulfilled. What's your attachment style, Bowman?
I have none, though.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, everybody has one. Yeah, nobody was born a ghost. You've got attachment styles. If you start telling me how you was raised and what happened when you was raised, we'll be able to whittle it down and ascertain. Come on, Bowman.
I really don't, though. I'm being honest.
Have you ever taken a test? Have you ever sat with a therapist and asked them to figure it out for you?
Never.
All right, then. You ain't even did the work. I don't have one. And I'm tired of these women playing with me. You don't even know who you are. And they see you come, they go, him. We're going to get him. He don't know who he is. Get him. Get him. Get him, girl. They sick him on you. Get him. Bowman. Spirit work. Shadow work. Go to therapy. You understand what I'm saying? They see you. You a Vic out here. Don't worry, I was a Vic before. Yeah. I'm with you. I got stuck up in the parking lot. Come here. Put your hands behind your back. I got caught. I'm just saying, but I learn and I adapt, boy. Boy, do I adapt. You understand?
Well, but we still have to put on the shows, though, no matter what.
No, you don't. That's why you're getting played out of position. Stay with me, Bowman. I love Bowman. Bowman done came back to the show and cut up when we come forward. More from Grand Prairie, Texas. Ooh, Miss JP said, not listening is a host now.
As soon as I called him yesterday,
Yeah.
he called.
Ah. Shout out to Bowman. Oh, man. Yo, y'all got to support this show. We only raised $32. Y'all hit the like button, the super chat button. Come on. You can't tell me we ain't cooking. We cooking. Hey, Basie and Freeman on the Cash App. So is that your way of being a mirror? What do you mean, my way of being a mirror? I don't know what you mean. The Bowman Show, with all due respect, it's a good call so far. No, it's a great call, especially coming from somebody who don't call. It's a great call, Ida. It's a great call. Like, what we can't do is criticize somebody who does what we don't do. I think that is just wild than a motherfucker. Like, I'm finna criticize or slight somebody for calling when we've never heard the sound of your voice. I mean, sometimes people get mad at me because I call it straight. I'm gonna call it straight. I'm a referee. You can't talk shit about somebody who calls and you don't. Third Eye is good for that shit. We love Third Eye though. Third Eye, one of our favorite people in this chat, because he clown, he talk shit, he be saying inappropriate shit. You know what I'm saying? But as a matter of fact, we love Third Eye. Third Eye will call in. But he ain't gonna never call in. Right? Third Eye ain't gonna call in. Third Eye be like, hey, post. Get in here and call in. It's gravy. What up, Laker? In my brain. Keeping my business in my brain. I love it. I don't criticize. I judge. See, there he is. I was waiting for him to say something. I love fucking Third Eye. Hey, are y'all listening to the playlist? Playlist is crazy. At least I'm self-aware. Hey, from what I can see, yup.
So you have a choice when a relationship ends, how you want to handle it, whether it can be a painful experience or a powerful lesson in your life. And repeatedly for me, I chose that those relationships would be a powerful lesson in my life. So I learned about service. I learned about selflessness. I learned about compromise. I learned about internal happiness and how it would come from me. I always tell him, you met me at the perfect time, because I had grown and I evolved so much, and I was ready, willing, and capable to give the type of love that I wanted to receive from my husband. So you
Come on, Sugar Bear. She cooking. Sometimes you start off with a particular belief that you wholeheartedly and staunchly believe in, and then as life slaps you around to taste, you know, you grow out of it. This is what I love about snakes. Snakes have no hands. So when it's time for them to shed, they're going to find a rock, something coarse to rub up against so they can loosen the old skin and emerge anew. Sometimes life thrashes you against the rocks to free you, right, from this shell of beliefs that you have been a soldier for. Sometimes, you got to go through it in order to rewrite it, in order to recontextualize it. You got to go through something, right, in order to undo something. Let's get Bowman back in here. Bowman from Grand Prairie, Texas.
Yes, sir.
But I love having conversation with you, and I'm not here to say you're wrong. Your reality is your reality. That's your reality tunnel, bro. And you know I love you, and you're more than welcome to call in anytime. But what I'm saying is, there is no woman you can get with that will be an answer to you. She can only be a question for you. You already have the answer. However you were conditioned to go about getting what you need to get from women, man, look, can you consider that maybe you were taught wrong? Maybe you learned wrong. Maybe what you think is the truth is actually a detriment to your growth. Your thoughts?
I was taught to love unconditionally.
Yes.
And me, I'm a secure attachment. So
how you know? You just said you didn't go to therapy. You just said you didn't take a test. How you secure? You don't know. And now you don't want to put a time. Boy, hey man, I'm finna get up and run out of this studio. Keep cutting up. I'm trying to help you and you want to fight. I'm secure though, but I ain't never went nowhere to do nothing about it. Come on, man. Come on, man.
That's what I've been taught though, man. Like, I've been taught to give a woman the ultimate amount of love. That's just who I am as a person. I don't know, maybe it's my sign. I don't know.
No, it ain't your sign.
I'm a Cancer though.
Okay, it ain't your sign, brother. I love you, brother, but I can't let you do that. No. You wildin'. Hey, you wildin', Bowman. But we miss you, man. I guess this part of it. Can I just say this? Let me ask you this. What's your definition of unconditional love? What is it? You say you are designed to give unconditional love, right? What does that look like? What is that?
A person who loves a person through and through righteously, not only to themselves, but to that person.
I mean, you got a cool little definition, but do you apply it? Of course not, because you over here complaining about them saying you about to give up. Now which way you going?
Let me take it back just really quick.
No, you can't take nothing back. You done said you don't do the attachment style test. You're not going to therapy, and you securely attached after saying you don't know what you are because you ain't gonna do it. Now, where are we at?
No, what I'm saying is there's times where some men feel they get tired of doing the dance, the clown dance, where they're just constantly entertaining because it becomes draining.
Why are you entertaining? What are you entertaining for? Can we get that?
Because it becomes trial by error.
No, stop. No, I don't want you to intellectualize. Why are you entertaining?
Because we have
No,
attachment.
no, stop. You want something. Just say, I want something from her. What do you want?
There you go.
Listen, man, I love you, man, but I got, I love you. Hey, man, call in tomorrow so we can finish, because I have to go to the next college. But, bro, If you don't call in tomorrow, I'm gonna be very disappointed. We miss you, Bowen. Bowman, call in tomorrow because I definitely want to finish this. You are not gonna flummox me on my own show because you tripping right now. Hey, I love you, brother. Guess what you just did? You don't remember? You brought Grand Prairie, Texas in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Bowman, my goodness. Let me just say this. Hey, May 31st, Zoe Williams, Ray Grady, Miracle Theater. It's going to be so incredible. No one has ever seen clinicians versus comedians. Oh my God, it's going to be fire. Go to themiracleinglewood.com, purchase your tickets May 31st. Just click on events, scroll down to the date, May 31st. You'll see it. Comedy and connection, love and laughter. It's going to be fire. Go purchase your tickets right now. John, I'm coming. Bowman called in here and wild out. God dang it. I hope that motherfucker okay. Flummoxed. I'm using that for the rest of the week. What up? I guess people thought they thought they lost me. Hyperbole. I'm not freezing. I'm actually ducking out of the YouTube to check because somebody called me. So the first time it like went out, that's because somebody was calling me. So if I go check my Cash App to see if I got to shout somebody out for for supporting the Cash App, I duck out of this app and go over there, look in the Cash App, then come back. So it might glitch on you momentarily. I hope so. Wait. Flummoxed is a good word. Uh-huh. And is it me? Or did this show just fly? So we are all broken by default. It's gravy, yes. Maybe you disagree. Right? Maybe you disagree. Maybe you have a counterpoint. And I'm open to hearing the counterpoint if you believe that maybe we're not broken by default. I'm just flummoxed. And Zinga wilding right now. I know I'm flummoxed. She said dramatically, said, "Come on, Jason. Don't nobody give a damn." What up, Jason? Our goals or experiences, our goal or experiences is to help me. We really don't. Bot, leave us. That's funny. Leave us. Remember the hand? Or it's the swipe. Leave us. Or the shoe. Leave us. Or the don't come any further. Leave us. It's the difference. Leave us. Point in the direction they should go. Leave us. Leave us. The shoe, leave us. The wave, leave us. Shit. The many faces of leave us. Leave us. That I'm uninterested, leave us. We grow to experience by being unconditional. Yeah. Yeah. We get attached to rituals and connected to curses. All right, here we go. We got like 60 seconds. Here we come. We're coming back. Here we go. Sobra come in.
నిండుగా అగ్ని ఉంటున్నది. In matchstick there's a lot of fire. కానీ అది నీటిలో తడపడం చేత ఎన్ని విధములు గీచినప్పటికీ అది అగ్ని ఆవిర్భవించదు. When you make it wet, however well you may rub, you don't get the fire. అదే విధముగానే ప్రతి మానవుని యందు కూడాను జ్ఞానాగ్ని, దివ్యాగ్ని, తేజోగ్ని నిండి ఉంటున్నది. Similarly, in every man there lies the fire of wisdom, there lies the fire of sacredness. కానీ అది ఎన్ని సాధనలు చేసినప్పటికీ, that in spite of all spiritual తపస్సు ఆచరించినప్పటికీ, in spite of penance, ఎన్ని సత్కర్మలు సల్పినప్పటికీ, in spite of good actions, అది ఏమాత్రం మనకు గోచరం కావటం లేదు. We are not able to see. సాక్షాత్కరించడం లేదు. We are not able to see it in form. కారణం ఏమిటి? What's the reason? ఆ యొక్క మనోతత్వము The nature of the mind.
అహంకార మమకారములైనటువంటి నీటి యందు తడపబడటం చేతనే ఈ యొక్క దివ్యాగ్ని మనకు గోచరం కాలేకపోతున్నది.
As it is made wet in the waters of ego and attachment, we are not able to get the fire.
కనుక ఈ యొక్క అభిమాన మమకారం పెట్టి నీటితో తడిపినటువంటి యొక్క ఈ మనస్సును వైరాగ్యమైనటువంటి యొక్క సూర్యరశ్మిలో విచ్చినప్పుడే ఇది ప్రకాశవంతమైన జీవితాన్ని అందిస్తుంది.
When this is made wet because of attachment and also the ego, when it is dried up in sunshine, you can get the fire.
అగ్గిపులలో
Listen. Yes, I'm gonna make you struggle to hear the truth, but he said it. Attachment and ego prevents you from getting to the divine fire, which is at the root of your being. The ancients knew. The ancient African knew. The ancient Easterner knew. The ancient Middle Easterner knew. The ancient American and South American knew. Do you understand? He said, there is a fire in you that is connected to divine source. You can't get it when ego and attachment are at the front of your life. The whole topic tonight, we calling it Black Love on symbol alone. We married. Yeah, but you're not married to each other's problems. You think you are until those demons come into that relationships. Do you see why? Come on, man. You wouldn't fly a plane if it had a 50% crash rate, now would you? Yeah, I'm finna go visit my mama down in Arkansas. No, you're not, Mom. Get in a trailer. Get in a wagon and come out. We not. Do you understand what I'm saying? Some of us are just enamored with the ceremony, enamored with the process. Well, we did it. It's better to have done it than to have not done it at all. At least I was in a real relationship. A real relationship is when two people are working to heal themselves. When two people are sourcing the information that is coming out of the reflective environment that tells you, hey, this is what you've been suppressing. And you say, hey, thank you for that. Let me take it and go to work on me. Huh? Boy, if he don't put the toilet seat down, that's grounds for divorce. If she don't cook you top ramen noodles with chopped hot dogs, that's grounds for divorce. Come on, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get these callers in here. John, Mountain View, Hawaii. Pastor John, let's get it, brother. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Unemployed souls again?
Unemployed souls. Tell me about it.
It was what Tapped In said yesterday, but it was sticking with the spirit of this conversation as well. We still ain't married ourselves, have we?
Come on. I'm going to sit back and let you preach this evening. Come on. Visiting Pastor John Gilbreth from the Big Island. Come on. We still ain't figured it out. Go on, Pastor.
The marriage itself has something to do with the purpose that you choose. And yet at the same time, what is your purpose?
My.
If your purpose has something to do with you,
yes,
and you are choosing your purpose above everything else,
yes.
Like, let's go back to that plane ride that maybe 50% of it may fail.
My.
If your purpose was attached to it, you'd get on the plane.
Yes. Come on, Pastor.
So let's not fool ourselves here.
Preach.
The soul is more important than anything else out here in this world.
Yes.
So why are you choosing the distraction?
My.
After hearing what China does with good,
Yes, sir.
you still buy Louis Vuitton?
Come on, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
You know a diamond can be replicated and fake?
Come on. And more brilliant.
And you're out of marriage talking about which one we wearing.
My. Yes, yes. And it's got to be at least 3 of your paychecks. Keep going, sir. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And sir, if you ever,
Oh, here we go. Come on, Pastor.
if at the point of you putting on this continual performance, knowing that the simple fact that you performing is also your detriment,
Ooh.
and you chose it.
Come on. Yes. Uh-huh.
If you chose the woman, you know she's going to test you. Why don't you be Moses and stand up to the test?
Ooh, my. Be tested, brother. Be tested, huh? Come on, Pastor John.
I said yesterday, and I'll say it again. Your blessing is in that test.
Oof.
Do you know how many of me I had to fight
Come on.
in my own spiritual journey?
Yes. Uh-huh.
The violence is upon me, but my soul is telling me rest.
Rest, brother, rest. Guess what you just did, Pastor John?
Mountain View's in the house, man.
Come on, Mountain View, Hawaii is in the building. Do you want to bring your city in the building? All you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Listen, we're going to take a quick, just a breath, a breather. When we come forward, you know where we're going to land. South Central Los Angeles. You already know what it is. Let's get it. Self-war is crazy.
Don't you gotta perform a little bit to get to that
Nah.
point?
Never performing again.
Never perform?
Nah.
The definition of performance is to act.
I'm not acting.
But I just feel like certain characteristics might not be natural to you. Correct?
Right.
Because I love this person.
I should not have to perform.
But I hear what you're saying. I personally feel like there has to be just a little bit of performance to get to that point.
Performance is pacification.
So then what is it then? If it's
Right.
not performance, then what is
If
it?
I'm a perform, I must be trying to pacify you for something. And if I'm trying to pacify you, I'm trying to extrapolate something too.
Okay.
For most people, that's how they approach it.
Okay.
The motherfucker act in a certain way to get something.
I get that.
If I act this way, I can pacify this motherfucker to do this. I'm not performing.
So then what's the
Ever
word
again.
then? Because I do feel like if I'm not a nice person, generally speaking, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this person over here who's exposed me for the person that I am,
Right.
because maybe I'm so caught up in how I live my life that I'm not understanding how I'm impacting others, right?
Right.
If I'm genuinely not a nice person, but this person that I'm falling for is I guess mirroring that, hey bro, you are an asshole.
And then that goes back to the whole purpose of the relationship, which is we're not good at creating safe spaces for the real us.
I'm with you on that one.
We not.
So Williams, the voice of
So
reason,
if
and the alpha
I'm
male
trying, if I'm
comedy
the asshole,
Grady, we're gonna transform
and I'm trying to be nice,
disasters
I'm trying to
into
evolve.
stand-up material
Nah.
live.
You gotta be.
On May 31st
That whole trying
7 p.m. Pacific
Trying is lying. There go
Okay.
your topic right there. Trying is lying.
Okay, I'm working to be
Right.
as opposed to perform. Is
Right.
that a better phraseology?
Yes. Working to be.
Working to be.
But you have to be in a relationship that's safe enough for you to be in your process of trying.
Understood. I respect that.
So don't hesitate to grab yours at themiracleinglewood.com before I diagnose your dating history as a pre-existing condition.
Yo, this shit is lit tonight.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with so Williams.
problem is always that we mistake the idea of love for attachment. You know, we imagine that the grasping and clinging that we have for in our relationships shows that we love, whereas actually it is just attachment, which causes pain. You know, because the more we grasp, the more we are afraid to lose. Then if we do lose, then of course we are going to suffer. I mean, genuine love is, well, attachment says, you know, I love you, therefore I want you to make me happy. And genuine love says, I love you, therefore I want you to be happy.
Ooh.
If that includes me, great.
If it doesn't,
I just want your happiness. And so it's a very different.
Do you see? Oh, Zoe getting all mystical and spiritual. Oh, woo woo. Love, woo woo, woo woo, love. Can you woo woo woo? Yeah, love ain't even about you. In that regard, with regards to giving it to someone else, it's not even about you. It's not something you keep a receipt for. Remember I loved you when you was there? No, it's not that. That's attachment. Pay me back. Acknowledge what I did for you is attachment. It's not black love, it's black attachment and sensation. Stimulation. You know, this relationship is losing its spark. We got to get the spark back. You're an addict. You're an addict for relational romantic stimulation. When you start to raise up in consciousness, you find out that God is everywhere. You, your woman, the chair you're sitting on, quantum mechanics is saying the same thing. There's an underlying force that connects everything. We don't even want to get that. Yeah, that's too deep. I don't want that kind of love. I want the kind of love that I can cuddle with at night, play footsies. We got a charcuterie board in the bed. You understand? I get it. That's wonderful, but that's attachment. For many people, it's attachment. Footsies is fun though. Anyway, let me get my caller in here. One of our peoples, JW.
Take it my time, Joe.
No, hold on. You good. Come on. Let's get to the bridge. Ladies and gentlemen, JW from South Central Los Angeles. Come on down. J-Dub, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic, brother?
Brother, I am growing and learning and realizing myself. I didn't even want to call in because I was busy multitasking. I told Andy I didn't want to call in. But you know what? You said something in reference, or maybe it's one of the therapists that was referencing the person's ego. And I remember calling in, I don't know, about a year ago. I said, yeah, in high school, once I grew, because I was self-conscious and wore my emotions on my sleeves. In elementary school, junior high, and high school, I grew up and, you know, I didn't care how a person feel about me. And a young lady said, oh, you're arrogant, or you think you whatever. I said, no, I don't think that you thought that, because you said it was on your mind. I'm just confident. And maybe that was part of my narcissistic self, and I wasn't aware of it, because a lot of topics that you always talk about, I'm just saying, wait, I'm trying to find myself in there, and maybe I'm just lost and can't see where I'm broken. You follow me? Mm-hmm. But then also, it made me realize that I had a certain quality, and I used to mention that to you a while back, and I seen as I got older and dealing with life and reality and society and growing through those stages, I have gotten a little bit corrupt. And now, I'm going to tell you something. My name is Jimmy White.
But I call myself JW because I was like Jacob. Jacob had to sleep on that rock and see them angels going up and down from heaven to earth, and he had to wrestle with that angel until that angel broke his hip because he refused to let go until he get blessed. And that angel gave him a new name, Israel, because I was like a kind artist. You know, and I was like, man, you make it be disrespectful. I'm going to slow down because I can blow your mind.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. I hear you, brother.
Let you go, man. I had a lot to say, but well, you guys have to consume some time for me, you know what I mean? In the private or whatever.
All right. So this is what we'll do. This is what we'll do. For you, tomorrow, you call in early. I get you on early and give you a little space to say what you need to say.
Sounds good, man.
Sounds good to me, man. We love you, JW from South Central Los Angeles. Let me just say this as we wind down this topic. These topics are designed to be borderline incendiary. I want to push you out your comfort zone. Comfort might be like one of those scentless, tasteless, smellless gases that seep in your house and kill you. Has no taste, has no scent, you know, can't smell it, and it just kind of comes. Sometimes comfort is like that. Comfort can be likened in some instances to complacency, right? Sloth. You were put here in the position of being a human being to experience something meaningful, not just something comfortable. And I love the way Raquel Hopkins put it, Raquel Hopkins. I love the way she put that. She was like, just because it feels good doesn't mean it's good for you. Somebody in the chat said, go where you're appreciated. You don't know if the devil is appreciating you. What you mean? Let's go to hell then. Well, what are you saying? Like, that's not a universal truth. Just because somebody appreciates you or it's performative appreciation doesn't mean they really care about your growth. Growth isn't always hurtful. It isn't always a struggle, but sometimes it is. I remember when my son was having growth spurts, I really thought he was going to be a 7-footer or at least 6'6". I was like, oh, we going to the league. I remember his knees were hurting him so bad. Like I had to, you know, the teacher called me. It was like 6th grade. Teacher called me. He was like, hey, you got to come get him, man. He can't get out of his desk. And he was embarrassed. He's in there crying or whatever. And I had to put him on my back. You know, sometimes growth is painful. Sometimes it's subtle, you know. But let me tell you something about comfort that might be uncomfortable to hear. Comfort is a good place to visit. It's not a great place to stay forever. I believe on a spiritual level, when you make it to heaven, you're going to be challenged spiritually in ways that you can't comprehend. I believe that. I don't believe it's just going to be one big soft cloud. I believe it's going to be more. You're going to be in the presence of the source of all that is. I think it's going to be something way more spectacular than you can imagine. And it's not just going to be comfortable. Listen, I started the conversation. You don't have to agree with it, but I do ask. Finish it. You finish it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back tomorrow with another slapper. You already know what it is. Fire, fire, fire. Sounds horrible. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in. Zoe Williams, voice of reason. I'm out. Bad checks. Deuces.